Canon EOS 5D Mark IV full-frame digital SLR camera, the best 4K cameras for filmmaking. Canon has always been ahead of the curve in the DSLR video market, and the EOS 5D Mark IV is an all-rounder that has proved a big hit with pros for its durability, versatility, and affordability. The camera shoots 4K video too, although there are some limitations to be aware of. First, the 4K video mode does not use the full width of the sensor, so there's a fairly substantial 1.74x crop factor in this mode. Second, while the camera does support Canon's log gamma mode for extended dynamic range, this is only via a paid upgrade at a Canon service center. Most surprisingly, it can only record 4K to internal memory cards. You can use an external HDMI recorder, but only for full HD footage. The camera's motion JPEG video files are huge, and the 4K crop factor makes wide-angle framing more difficult, but the quality proves very good in both our outdoor and indoor tests. Our tests did, however, show rolling shutter to be the worst in this group. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Nikon D850FX format digital SLR camera, the best 4K camera for filmmaking. As a high-resolution multi-purpose DSLR, the Nikon D850 is more or less a direct rival to the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV, number 7 in this list. It does, however, offer both higher resolution and, by an optional battery grip, higher continuous shooting speeds. Its advantage for video is that it captures full-width 4K video with no crop factor, so your lenses have the same angle of view for video as they do when shooting stills. Another advantage is that it can output clean 422/8-bit 4K video to an external recorder, while the external output on the EOS 5D Mark IV is restricted to Full HD. There are no log modes, which is a pity, and the D850 relies on contrast detective when shooting video, which slows things down a little. The video quality itself is very good indeed, though with moderate rolling shutter if the camera is moved too quickly. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Olympus OMD-EM1 Mark II, the best 4K camera for filmmaking. When it comes to cameras with 4K video, Olympus has not built quite the same reputation as that of other Micro Four Thirds camera maker Panasonic, but its OMD-EM1 Mark II still offers some powerful video tools for stills shooters. It can shoot both 4K UHD 3840x2160 and Cinema 4K video 4096x2160 at 30 or 24 FPS and with a maximum bitrate of 237 megabits per second, which is pretty good for a consumer-orientated crossover camera. It also benefits from Olympus's 5-axis in-body stabilization system, which works alongside the optical stabilization in certain newer Olympus lenses. The Mzuko Digital ED 12-100mm 1.4.0 Pro is the perfect partner for this camera, combining an effective 24-200mm focal range with a constant f4 maximum aperture and its own inbuilt stabilization to provide a combined stabilizing effect of up to 6.5 stops. The Olympus captures crisp, clear and natural-looking video with only slight rolling shutter effects, but it's harder to get cinematic depth of field with the smaller Micro Four Thirds sensor size. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Sony Alpha A7R III 4K Wi-Fi digital camera, the best 4K cameras for filmmaking. Sony has carved out something of a reputation amongst videographers with its full-framed mirrorless cameras. The A7's II is arguably the most video-centric of the A7 series models, but it's also the oldest and strongly tipped for an update anytime soon, so we've selected the A7R III for this comparison, offering as it does practically the best of all worlds for both stills and video shooters. With a 42.4MP sensor, it offers the second highest stills resolution of all the cameras on test here and can capture either full-frame 4K video or 5K oversampled video in its cropped Super 35mm mode, which Sony says offers the best picture quality. HLG, Hybrid Log Gamma, mode is included, plus SLOG2 and SLOG3 modes for higher dynamic range capture. The color rendition is very good, but while the full-frame 4K is useful for avoiding lens crop factors, we'd go for the sharper Super 35mm crop format. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Canon Cinema EOS C300 Mark II, the best 4K cameras for filmmaking. The C300 Mark II is in the middlemost model in Canon's Cinema EOS range, and while it's substantially more expensive than any of the DSLR mirrorless crossover 4K cameras in this group test, it goes a whole lot further towards meeting the needs of professional videographers, with a modular design better suited to attaching external monitors, grips, rigs and sound equipment. It uses a Super 35mm CMOS sensor similar in size to APS-C and corresponding to the old 35mm movie format. The 8MP sensor captures 4K video directly without cropping, pixel binning and oversampling, and it can capture 422 10-bit footage internally to twin fast memory cards. It can also capture raw 4K to an external recorder. The built-in North Dakota filters are a major asset outdoors, and there was no visible rolling shutter effect at all in our panning tests. However, the ponderous handling, reliance on post-capture color grading and Canon's tricky MFX file format make this a 4K camera for experts, not amateurs. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Panasonic Lumix GH5's the best 4K cameras for filmmaking. Professional photo and video performance, 10.2 megapixel micro Four Thirds sensor, and a significantly higher photoreceptive surface per pixel deliver an ultra-wide dynamic range. Dual native ISO provides ultra-sensitive video capture with impressively low noise. Panasonic has made 4K crossover cameras its specialty, but with the GH5s, it's gone a step further, sacrificing outright resolution for high-end video features. The 10MP sensor dents its appeal for stills photography, but it's ideal for 4K, especially as this is a multi-aspect sensor. This allows it to shoot in both the 17:9 Cinema 4K and 16:9 4K UHD aspect ratios, in addition to regular 3:2 and 4:3 stills ratios, without the focal length changing as you alternate between these. Uniquely amongst crossover cameras, it can capture 422 10-bit video internally to suitably fast South Dakota cards. The GH5s also comes with Panasonic's V-Log log mode pre-installed for extra dynamic range, and while most rivals have a maximum 30-min recording time, the GH5 supports unlimited recording, up to the capacity of the memory cards used. Performance is first-rate, capturing great clarity, contrast and color straight out of the box. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Fujifilm X-H1, the best 4K cameras for filmmaking. The X-H1 is Fujifilm's top APS-C-based X-mount camera and the first in the Fujifilm X range to feature in-body stabilization (IBIS), which works alongside the optical image stabilization in many Fujifilm lenses. The X-H1 can capture both UHD 4K and DCI 4K video, with a bitrate of up to 200 mbs and an F-Log gamma option. It also comes with a new Eterna film simulation mode, which can be used with the camera's 400% dynamic range setting for up to 12 stops of dynamic range and less grading work compared to log modes. There is a crop factor when shooting 4K video, but it's relatively small at 1.17x. With crystal clear footage both indoors and out, what it lacks in high-end video specifications is made up for by out-of-the-box 4K quality. In our tests, this 4K camera gave the best results with the least effort. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price.